Okay, today we are going to go mushroom hunting. We're on one of the local rail trails, and I've forgotten which railroad this was. I should have looked that up. Anyway, no, we're not going to actually hunt for mushrooms. However, if we see any that are interesting, we will take some video of it. Now, this video is, I hate the word vlog. It's basically an explanation of why you're seeing so much control data stuff. And I think in the comments in a past video, someone mentioned that. I don't know. But in any case, I figure, maybe I mentioned it. I figure I ought to tell you. Because, well, all this CDC stuff, I never worked on CDC stuff in my career or in my hobbies or anything like that until basically a bunch of it kind of dropped in my lap. And the reason you are seeing so much of it right now is that, as you know, I am in the process of moving. I have a house, well, not super far away, but enough to, it's not just a next door thing. I am emptying that out along with a storage unit. And it just so happens that I'm kind of in the vein of CDC. Because a lot of the stuff got put in over the space of, I think about a month. Okay, the story is, like I said, I had no CDC stuff. None. I had some other mainframe stuff. I was doing a lot of IBM and some DEC, of course. I've kind of gotten out of the DEC. And let's see, there's UNIVAC in there. There's a Burroughs, which those mainframes will have to get videoed at some point. They're pretty far back on the burner right now. Anyway, I do a lot of work for, a lot of documentation rescues. I do it for CHM, the Computer History Museum in San Jose. I do it also for Wild Hair. That is basically the Data General Archive. And I have rescued an awful lot of, paper, tapes, discs, and other stuff like that. And, basically, I can be the eyes and hands and the delivery system for CHM and Wild Hair and such like that. And, if for instance, if there's a pile of stuff, paper, manuals, tapes, software, whatever, that, shows up here on the Eastish coast, although I've gone further, certainly, occasionally I'll get a message or a call wondering if I could help out, if I could check the stuff out, maybe round it up, pack it up, ship it out, or actually throw it in the truck or the van or whatever and take it across the country to the places that are actually doing the archiving. Well, it was about 8 years ago maybe that there was a third-party maintenance, big puddle coming up, third-party maintenance company called Cyber Resources. They may have been the very last, okay, we're gonna have to, okay, I can get around this. The very last third-party maintenance company for control data equipment. At least here in the U.S. I don't know what it's like in Europe. I know there's some CDC stuff still out there, not much, but there is still a little bit out there still doing stuff. Anyway, Cyber Resources decided to call it a day. Their business had shrunk to essentially nothing. And word got out. And amongst the CDC people, these fans of CDC. Ooh, a critter, what is that? I don't know, up in the trail. Got a pretty, I don't know what that is. In any case, it's running away. Oh, maybe it's just a squirrel. Anyway, not a mushroom. Anyway, I get a call from, or email, I think it actually was, from CHM, one of the curators at CHM, wondering if I can go down to New Jersey because I'm relatively close. And this was sort of Newark-ish. I forget the actual name of the town, but it was in that area near work. It's close to New York City. If I could go and take a look at this pile of documentation software and all that kind of stuff. I say, sure, yeah, okay. It was kind of a rush job because the place had already been getting rid of stuff. They were determined to sell out, scrap out, dumpster, whatever. Just get out of there. So, since I am self-employed, I can rearrange my time quite a bit. Ooh, we're getting into good mushroom territory here. And basically jump in the van and go down there. Well, interestingly, it was in this old pharmaceuticals factory, I believe, on the first floor. This factory, pretty neat. I think it's still there. It dated from the 20s. I don't know whose factory it was. Anyway, check it out. And sure enough, docks and tape and discs everywhere, hardware everywhere, and they were indeed scrapping stuff. I was too late for a bunch of stuff. There was a steel dumpster out there. They had already scrapped a bunch of the hardware, probably half the hardware they had already scrapped. And like in some steel dumpster, when I pulled up to the parking lot, inside is a big Cyber 825 mainframe processor. That's I tweeted a picture of one of my 830s. Well, an 825 looks exactly like an 830. In fact, they're very related machines. Talk about the minor differences between the two there. Anyway, so red flags come up that this stuff is in peril. I mean, they're scrapping the stuff right there. I could see he had about 2 or 3 guys scrapping the stuff, turning it into metal, and the docks and tape were probably going to get dumpstered, although he did want to see stuff get archived. And that's how the word got out. I think he made a contact with one of his old-time clients or customers and said, hey, I'm closing shop. So I think it was like a day or two later, CHM decides they really need to save all these docs and tapes and such like that, because there was some really rare stuff. A lot of docs and information about peripherals and such like that. Because, yeah, everyone likes to save the processors, the big cybers and all the cool stuff there. But, the CDC made a lot of stuff. And, of course, hard disks, tapes, and stuff like that, terminals, printers. They made a lot of printers. People generally didn't save that information. So here it was. And, oh my God, there were just bookcases and bookcases and bookcases of this stuff. So, well, basically CHM said, can you go ahead and box this stuff out and, ship it out and save it. And yeah, I volunteered my time. And, basically for free, I think I had CHM pay for the shipping supplies. I went down to New Jersey for many, many days and basically boxed binders and binders and tapes, a few discs, but it was mostly binders and tapes. Ooh, critter. 6 pallets, 6 extremely loaded heavy pallets. They went out, and a lot of that stuff is on BitSavers now. Now the thing is, CHM didn't want any of the hardware. Why? Well, CHM, even back then, CHM is full. people think that, oh, CHM will take anything. You know, computer museums, any museum, they'll just take anything that's vaguely old. No. Most museums, proper museums, are stuffed to the gills and don't have the resources. So they didn't want any of the hardware. And frankly, none of it was so incredibly super special. You know, yeah, if there was like a 7600 there, they probably would go for that. But all this, you know, 70s and 80s mainframe stuff, the stuff that was left, no, that didn't appeal to CHM enough to justify rescuing it. So basically, yeah, I made a deal with the owner and I started buying it. And basically scrap value. Some of it was pretty expensive because CDC liked gold. They like to put a lot of gold on their stuff. They use mil-spec components for a lot of things, and the connectors, oh boy, and yeah, wire wrap pins and fingers and such like that, gold everywhere. And the guy was not dumb. He was scrapping stuff already, so he knew the prices that good scrap was getting. And yeah, so it cost me a bit of money. That's how I ended up with this stuff. So from zero CDC stuff to a whole bunch of CDC stuff. And had to store it somewhere. And so yes, there were many trailer, truck, van trips, whatever, to get this stuff into storage and at my house and such like that. Well, yes, now I'm moving, so it's all coming to the new place where I can actually, well, do stuff with it and have space for it all. It's taking its time. And, well, you know, the stuff was just a little buried in storage. And I'm at the point now where it's coming out. Basically, those storage lockers are closing up. I just closed one. And, yeah, I'm at the CDC vein in the vintage computer mine. So that's why you're seeing an awful lot of CDC. I had no exposure to it before. I look at it now. I think it's pretty neat. There was some very good engineering there. There's also some very bad engineering. So it was kind of par for the course for mainframe and mini computer engineering. It's been interesting so far learning about this stuff because it's not IBM. It's not DEC. Very different mindsets happening there. So yeah, now that the stuff is moving in to the new spot, I will eventually start screwing around with it. It's going to take a while, but yes, I will do it. All right, well, hope you like this video and the explanation of why all this CDC stuff came into my possession all of a sudden years ago. Anyway, hope you like the video. Hope you like this this walk. I see fungus. I don't know if you can. Actually, you know, it obviously just rained overnight, but I'm not seeing any fungus. Anyway, at least not any good ones. Hope you like the video. Maybe subscribe. Maybe go and look at some of those videos I've posted about CDC stuff. There's a lot more coming. It's stuff that's in the queue, basically. Maybe subscribe. Maybe share this around. Follow me on Twitter. It's Uniservo on Twitter. And yeah, hope you all have a good day. Bye now.